Hello traders, this is Chris Keene from akeenpointofview.com. It was a rather exciting day of trading in North America today, where many traders were sitting on the sidelines waiting for the release of the FOMC meeting minutes at 2 o'clock Eastern Time. Most of the majors drifted lower towards trendline support areas prior to the meeting, where the majority of traders were expecting the FOMC to stand pat ahead of the Jackson Hole meeting in Wyoming at the end of the month, and because the meetings the release of the minutes were for the August meeting, where everything was kept the same. So you wouldn't expect there to be that much discussion about further quantitative easing in the minutes. But in fact, there was. I mean, a lot of the members of the board did suggest that they would be on board for further quantitative easing or measures if the economy didn't improve. And this created quite a sharp rise higher in many of the commodity pairs, and especially the USD yen crosses or the yen crosses after the initial reaction. And many of the pairs are sitting now at important resistance levels or above important resistance levels, and it'll be interesting to see if we have a follow through in Asian and European trading. What should be kept in mind, though, is that since the minutes were released, we have had a handful of positive economic readings in North America regarding the U.S. economy. So the minutes could be outdated by the current data flow. I guess we'll find out next week in Wyoming. But let's take a look at a couple of the crosses and just see how they fared and what we see in the near future. The first part we're going to look at is the USD yen cross, because the yen had been moving up with an anticipation of diminishing quantitative easing and higher short-term treasury yields, which were leading to stronger demand in US dollar over the yen you can see the pair didn't just break below the support at 79.15, it went below support at 78.70 and is now back firmly in the range that it contained it for over a month, with the high being 78.7 and the low being 78. Now, it'll be interesting to see how the pair consolidates in this range. Any move up to 78.70 could find buyers, but if it does sellers, but if it does break below that level, we could see a move up to the 79.15 level. But if we break below the daily lows, we could easily see a quick test to the 78 level. The Euro USD is another pair that's interesting, because the pair broke aggressively and is up over 225 pips so far this week, and it's coming up. It's coming up on some of the daily triangle. This above descending trend line actually goes all the way back to last October, and it has contained the price action a few times off bounces off it. And so any move up to this level will find significant resistance, and it comes in around 126.40. But right now in the short term, the pair is in a tight consolidation zone, right between 125 and 125.50. And any break above or below this zone will dictate. If we get a break above, we can go up to the top of the resistance. If we get break back down below, though, we could easily quickly move down towards the 124.40 area in the short term. The last pair we're going to look at is the Aussie USD, just because similar to the New Zealand USD, these pairs look like so they were ready to break lower, but then moved up quite aggressively with the announcement from the FOMC minutes. But the pair is still in the range. It did still create a lower low. What I'm going to be watching tonight is to see if the pair doesn't break above the 105.20 area. And if it never moves up above the 105.20 area, it would still have created another daily lower high, and we could see a push down towards the trend line support. But if it does break above the 105.30 area, we could see a rapid move up towards the 106.30 area as shorts get squeezed in the short term. As for data tonight, we have a European PMI report that could be of significance, because we know that the interest rate cuts could be based off these numbers coming in the near future. And in North America, the docket is rather slim tomorrow. So this is Chris Keene from a Keen Point of View. Remember to keep your trades safe and keep your trades keen and play it safe.